Good afternoon, Bob Dalton coming to you from Allendale's trading floor here in McHenry, Illinois. It is Thursday, December 16th, 2010. We started out the day this morning with some export numbers. Pretty disappointing in the soybeans. As a matter of fact, it's one of the few times in recent months that we've had any type of cancellation in beans. Today we saw one come through and ended up with a 174 number on exports for soybeans versus the 600 to 900,000 we were looking for. So disappointing numbers in the beans, which has not been a very common occurrence here recently. Corn numbers were as expected at 880. Trade range was between 600 and 1100, or 1.1 million, excuse me. And the wheat number today was actually friendly. 899 is where it came in. We had the high end of the trade range expectations range was 700. So going into the opening here this morning, they did pull back the grains a little bit off of the poor soybean number. The wheat number didn't grab too much attention to the upside out of the gates. They actually made some significant breaks off the open versus what we saw in the overnights. And the day continued as follows. We had the dollar trading a little bit lower. It was higher most of the day, pulled itself on back here after a while. Right now it's sitting down 2 at 80.55 and a half. Crude oil now down 82 at 87.80. Grains did pull back a little bit here. Corn and wheat specifically down 15 in the wheat, and I got a story for you on that in a second here. Beans down 7.5 at 12.89 settlement. Corn up 3 1/4 at 5.87.5. There was a lot of talk today about the wheat. What's going on in the wheat? Why is wheat pulling back? This and that. There were a number of reasons that could be attributed to the move that we saw. One of it would be spreading or unwinding of spreads, depending on what side you were on. They were buying corn, selling wheat today, possibly buying soybeans at certain points of the day, or excuse me, buying corn and selling soybeans at certain parts of the day as well. Corn held steady. Light volume today wasn't a big day as far as number of trades conducted, but on a light volume day, watching corn do what it did was convincing that corn is going to be strong here. I don't know if it's got a lot to push itself to new highs here before the end of the year, but it is a possibility. It doesn't look like it wants to break and fall apart right now anyhow. So the wheat, also we had news come out that Algeria bought 350,000 metric tons, that is, of wheat from South America as well as the European Union, and the U.S. didn't get any of that. Once that story broke, we saw wheat go and make some new lows. Now, it's been pointed out to us by Rich Nelson that typically Algeria doesn't buy U.S. wheat, so it's not that big of a deal. I think it had more to do with the size of the tender and where they went and got it that may have scared investors out of the long side and even possibly put in some new shorts in the wheat at that point. That is the second time this week, I think it was this week, second time in the last week or so that we've seen a decent-sized tender go to a country other than the United States for a wheat purchase. So that's telling us our wheat may be a little bit overpriced here. We need to back off if we want to be contenders in the world market at this time. So keep an eye on the wheat market. We have some strong support coming up here, 20 cents or so below where the board is right now. Call into your broker if you need to get wheat hedges done. I was talking with individuals who produce Kansas City wheat today about doing just that. 800-262-7538 is the number here at the office. Over to the livestock. Did hear some cattle trade yesterday at 99 in the north. I haven't heard anything here today. I did hear this morning that bids were remaining at 99. That's off a couple of dollars from last week. So the cattle market yesterday pulling back a little bit, trying to regain some of what it lost yesterday. We did finish down 40 cents in the nearbys, but the more deferred contracts, that's December cattle, still a front month, the more deferred contracts were higher here today. So down 40 cents at 101.20 in the December fats. Feeder cattle's up 72.5 today at 118.37.5, and we had the hogs down 62.5. These are Feb hogs at 74.57.5. What's next on the table here? We got conference coming up at the end of January. So we're going to get through the holidays here, finish up the year, your attention should be turned to coming out to Crystal Lake and joining us for our marketing conference. This is something we do every year. The dates this year are January 21st and 22nd. If you do want to attend, call us as soon as you can and book the reservations. The hotel is filling up, seats are filling up, and we changed venues this year. We're going to we're going to be in a different building for the conference itself. So make sure you're there early on our reservation list so you are guaranteed a seat. You can find out information on the conference and how to sign up on our website. That's at www.allendale-inc.com, or feel free to give us a call here in the office, and we'll be able to take care of you there. Again, the number 800-262-7538. And that's about all I have to share with you here for today. Again, if you need anything, give us a call out here at Allendale. Otherwise, have a great trading week, and we'll talk to you again very soon.